What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark with The Better Mark, and thanks again for tuning in. Welcome back, and let's try to keep this run going, right? 2-0 last night, took them down. We want to talk about that prop streak we continued with Victor Wembanyama. It is unbeatable, guys. It is 9-0 now currently. We didn't even need the full 30 minutes to accompany that feat. Blocks and steals for Victor. Okay, the guy is truly a phenom in his rookie debut in the association. But let's get down into tonight's slate. We're going to break down 3 games where I'm going to give you guys 3 picks that I have that I'll be playing this evening and give you guys my thoughts and analysis. But like I said, guys, before we get into it, make sure you all subscribe down below. Smash that like button as well. And if you guys have any comments, feedback, we're going to have a lot of things coming within the channel, some new features I'm unveiling. We're going to be doing this on a day-by-day basis, but I want to make these videos and get the content out to you guys as I get it. Every single day we'll have videos with my picks and analysis. So make sure you guys all subscribe down below and let's get it, okay? We're going to be talking about the first game, guys. This is one coming at you hot where we get into this slate. All 3 of these games tipping off at 8:30. But first, we're going to get into the Los Angeles Lakers and the New York Knicks. Okay, now, guys, something to keep in mind, the Lakers, guys, they are a glass house when it comes to the injury report. So, as always, make sure you guys do your due diligence and check with that injury report up until lock, especially when you get into bets within outside of daily fantasy, because guys, you cannot change your lineups, you cannot change your bets. It is locked in there, okay? But Julius Randle is out for the Knicks, and that's something that we know for next coming days and weeks. But within the Lakers, guys, we're seeing a lot of guys on the injury report. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Jared Vanderbilt will be out now. The company Gabe Vincent and Cam Reddish, what we have seen, what we've been dealing with. But guys, I think this is just a too low of a spot right here for the Knicks. Okay, we all know what's going on, and even without Julius Randle, guys, they are on fire. They are holding teams to a very, very good defensive stretch. Okay, very low scoring games. If you look at some of their past performances, and within the Knicks, guys, this is a truly, I think, a buy low spot. And we saw the Lakers, by the way, they took down the Celtics and killed one of my bets that I had. Would have made a lot of money cashing that ticket, but that was where, Celtics winning by 10 at home, Lakers coming to town with a depleted roster. I really found some value in that, and it ended up being the other way. The Lakers ended up beating them by 10, 11 points. I can't remember exactly. But now we're seeing a little reverse line movement, right? We've seen this total open up at 229.5, getting bet down to 226, and that's where you're seeing a lot of movement to that under, okay? So that's kind of going to coincide with the Knicks coming out on top with a strong defensive showing. I just think the Lakers don't have enough within the roster. We've seen this, in the NBA this time of year, right before the All-Star break. You really start to see morale lessen, and it's something where I like to piggyback off this trend. So I'm going to be taking the Knicks. I'm going to try to get the Knicks, try to look for a 4 out there in the market. But if it's at 4.5, I'm still going to be playing it at 4.5. So we're going to lock that one in. I think Jalen Brunson, a really strong MVP candidate with the eligibility status within Jokic, as well as what we're seeing within Joel Embiid, who would be the true front runner. But it's something where, if something would happen to Jokic down the stretch, I think what we see within Jalen Brunson, he definitely would be a strong candidate. A lot of value in that play as well, but let's not look into the futures market because we got 2 other games to get into. And second, we're going to go out to a little bit south down in Texas, San Antonio. We're going to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the hottest teams since Christmas, right? An outstanding run, guys. They are really making a move in the Eastern Conference standings, and this is where we're seeing the Cavaliers having a day off. This is a big one, right? San Antonio had a kind of testy game last night, coming off a back-to-back. I really like the Cavaliers in this spot. Really like to get them under 10 points, but I think Cavs, I think they're just too much for San Antonio to handle. Donovan Mitchell has been playing absolutely fantastic. Spider, not just on the scoring end, guys. He hasn't really had too many of those exploding games that he had last season that he's well known for. He's really looking to distribute the ball, and I think that's when the Cavs are actually clicking on all cylinders in a better team, right? Too many bigs. I think Jared Allen is enough of a lengthy center down low on the block to handle a little bit of Wembanyama in the paint. But guys, just being honest, I mean, who really can? The guy is an absolute skyscraper out there. But the Cavs taking some of the money too. We're looking at a betting splits right now with the Cavs on the spread. A little bit more of a betting a ticket count within the Spurs, but we're seeing that handle favoring the Cavs at minus 10.5. So it wouldn't shock me, line getting up from 9.5 from that opening line. Would not shock me one bit if this line touched 11. But I truly feel that Cavs are going to be enough to shut down, limit, and control Victor Wembanyama. It's something where, with a day of rest on the road, they're going to be the more focused team, the better team, the more class of a team to test these young Spurs. And it's something where I'm going to be locking in the Cavs minus 10 if I can get it, but I will take them up to minus 10.5. Okay. And third, we're going to stay out on down south in the state of Texas, where we look into the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the Dallas Mavericks for this year, for all intrinsic purposes, have been a true test of a Jekyll and Hyde story, okay? I feel like the Mavs can come out there and Luka Doncic can drop 50 plus, and they can lose by 25 or win by 25. So, they basically have had a 500 record when Luka has joined the club, but it is a very strong testament, I think, right now, what we're seeing with Doc Rivers taking over the Milwaukee Bucks. They've had a few games, a few days to really let that set in and digest, build some of that camaraderie, that team chemistry that they need to do well. But within the Milwaukee Bucks, guys, they are the number one team in the NBA, okay? A lot of people say the Clippers are. If you're lucky to lock in that futures, congrats. That's going to present you with a lot of hedging opportunities as we get closer to the NBA Finals and the NBA playoffs. But within the Bucks, guys, look at that roster. I know Chris Middleton has having kind of a down year since that outstanding year that he really took off when they really kind of destroyed the NBA and won that Finals championship. But this is a whole new year, whole new team, whole new coach, and Giannis is Giannis, but guys, some of those role players have not been shining through. Look at the likes of Bobby Portis, what we've seen, Chris Middleton, like I said, guys, Pat Connaughton, they really need to step up. This is something where I looked at them on the road to be a more focused team. I know a lot of people are taking the Dallas Mavericks in this spot, but this is something where I look into possibly just being too low of a price. And I'm kind of just maybe going against the numbers, going against the statistics, and the coincidentally, guys, I think this is a buy low spot for the Milwaukee Bucks where the public is starting to catch on to their struggles, right? They're getting the general theme that we have every single time the Bucks take the court, right? They're going to give up a ton of points. A ton of points are going to be given up on the defensive end. Doc Rivers, a defensive-minded coach, but this is where I look into not necessarily just having an impact yet, but I just think this is a too low of a spot where you look into, Kyrie being out for the Mavs. He's still out. We're looking at some of the injuries surrounding with the Mavericks. The Bucks come to town very healthy. I think this is where we're going to look at Giannis to absolutely explode. I don't really think they have anybody to contest him, nor does anybody in the NBA. But I'm going to be taking the Milwaukee Bucks minus 4.5. I think they're going to get it done here on the road in kind of a buy low spot where where the hype isn't around the Milwaukee Bucks as it was to start off the year. And now, earlier in the year, yes, this probably would have been up around 7-8 points. But I just think Dallas doesn't really have the team to contest with the Milwaukee Bucks, and Giannis is going to come out firing. So I will be taking the Milwaukee Bucks minus 4.5. Those are my plays, guys. Cavs minus 10, minus 10.5 a week if that's what's available, as well as the Knicks minus 4.5 at home. So yes, 3 favorites going on today's slate, tipping off at 8:30. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Those will be my plays. As always, guys, we'll have videos daily covering all your favorite sports here on the channel. Make sure you guys all subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you being part of the team, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Good luck out there.